Welcome to Gritusports. My name is Dominic Colella, and I'm here joined by women's basketball player Mady Aulbach. Mady, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today, get into some NIL, some personal career, some teammate stuff, some family stuff. So we're going to get right into it. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. So you're from Beaver Falls, PA, right?
Yeah, I went to Blackhawk High School.
Blackhawk High School.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of athletes coming out of Blackhawk High School when I did a little research. Are you proud of that?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school, or I guess going into high school, our women's basketball team was really good. And I think there was 3 women's basketball players that went Division I right before I got into high school. So seeing all of that kind of before I was even thinking about college basketball was really cool for me.
That's really cool. I mean, you had some success in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania basketball. You were what? I think it was like, I see 3 or 4 time Fab 5 selection.
I have 4 times.
4-time selection. That's like the best basketballer in the state of Pennsylvania. So that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
No state championships though, I saw.
Mm-mm. They won it back to back the years before I got to high school. So my 8th grade and 7th grade year. And then when we got there, I honestly don't think we made it past the quarterfinals, but we also played a lot of private schools, which...
Oh, but you played hard, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I had like 2 other Division I girls on my team as well, so we were definitely a good team.
Oh,
but...
I mean, that's always good. You played great. You had over 1,000 points, close to 1,500, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, is that common at Blackhawk, 1,000-point scorers, or are you just kind of one of a few?
I think I'm now 3rd all-time for points scored, but it felt way more common, I guess, when I was doing it because I was surrounded by a lot of really good players, and a lot of really good players had just left. But now, looking back, I realized it was a really cool thing. But in the moment, I was kind of just like, this is what girls do
You're like,
at Blackhawk. Yeah.
This is what Blackhawk chicks do, you know, or, just proud of yourself, and you did great.
Thank you.
You came to Youngstown State. You started immediately, almost. You played every single game, basically, since you were a freshman.
Yeah, I've played in every single game since I was a freshman.
I mean, that's just kind of wild. Like, that just never happens. That never happens. Playing when you're a freshman, starting every game, and then every year after that, you're starting every game again. Mm-hmm. So do you think you're like an Iron Woman, technically? You know?
No.
You don't get hurt, you know?
No, I definitely am blessed that I haven't gotten hurt, knock on wood. But leading into college, thank you. Leading into college, the biggest thing for me, because I was smaller, obviously, like I'm the shortest one on our team, was my strength and conditioning training. So I did a lot of injury prevention and endurance work, so I was prepared for that like next level of physicality and endurance that I would need. So I'd say that was the one thing that I'm really thankful that my parents and my coaches put me through was off the court work, because that helped me to avoid injuries and all that. So.
Yeah, so you've always just felt confident in yourself, I guess.
Yeah, in my endurance and how in shape I am, all of that. Yeah.
You take pride in that.
Yeah,
and obviously it shows because you're playing in every single game. So.
Thank you.
And they need you out there. When you're out there, I mean, you're always out there. You guys are always winning since you've been there. So I guess that makes sense. I mean, you've started every game, right? But you've played in high school. You were a great high school player. You think being good in high school prepared you, or you think you just, when you were done with high school, you made another switch when you got to the college level?
I think everyone on my team was their high school team's best player. So that I kind of didn't know how that would translate to being a good college player. But I do know I played for like a travel basketball team. We would go to national tournaments, all of that. And I'd say getting that kind of exposure and being around an AAU team full of girls who were also their high school team's best player. And then we played teams full of a bunch of girls that were their high school team's best players. So you're playing like the best of the best all the time against a bunch of girls that are playing in front of college coaches, and they obviously also want to be recruited. So being in that atmosphere, and my parents put me into that atmosphere when I was going into like 6th grade. So I never had this dream of, from when I was young, I wanted to play in college basketball, but my parents set me up and put me into different positions where I was playing always like a very competitive elite level of basketball without me even knowing sometimes. And I luckily just like fell in love with it and got really lucky to earn scholarships and all that. But yeah, I'd say the travel basketball kind of put me more in a position to be successful at the college level.
It's actually really interesting. You know, when you said you were younger, you didn't really dream about D1 basketball.
Yeah.
But you just kind of went step by step, and you got there. So
yeah.
I guess that's a testament. Like, you could dream big, But just go step by step, and
Yeah.
you'll end up on where you're supposed to be. And you're here at Youngstown State playing basketball for your 5th year. So
Yeah.
when you came into Youngstown, you played. You were undersized, not undersized, but you're a point guard.
Undersized.
For a point guard, you're regular size for a point guard, I guess.
I guard point guards that are like 5'9" to 6'1".
But you guard them pretty well, though.
I do, but I'm definitely undersized.
Defensive team first. I think it was all defensive team. I think it was your junior year.
Yeah.
Junior year?
2 years ago.
You feel proud about being?
Yeah, honestly, one of my main goals since my freshman year was to be on the all-defensive team. My biggest goal was to be, like, Defensive Player of the Year. So that's probably, like, individually my favorite accomplishment
Is
I've
it?
had. Yeah.
I mean, that's really cool because everyone wants to score, everyone wants to pass, but stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, I'm sure they tell you.
Yeah.
That defense, and you're there playing Defensive Player of the Year. You could have been Defensive Player of the Year, honestly. I think you should have been.
Thank
you. They snubbed you.
Thank you.
So let's get into some team talk. You guys are pretty good. You guys were the regular season champs a few years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, right? You were the number 1 seed. Didn't do what you wanted to do in the tournament, but you still showed out. Gave Bigley a good show. But this team it seems like a lot of this team has grown up together.
Yeah.
So what is the story behind, there's like 4 or 5 seniors on the team?
So we have 6 fifth-year seniors, and then 2 or 3 girls that are like an actual senior. So like they'll graduate next year.
Yeah.
So actually, only me and one other girl have been here for all 5 years, Jen Wendler. So we kind of grew up this whole college experience together. And then the Paige Shy, Emily Saunders, Dina Gerals, and Shaylee Kirby, so all the other ones, actually grew up playing travel basketball in West Virginia together.
Okay.
So they've literally known each other since they were in like 7th grade, I think, or something. So they all played for the same travel basketball team. They all transferred in. So Paige came from Marshall, Emily came from University of Tennessee, Dina came from Tennessee Chattanooga, and Shaylee came from Austin Peay. So all Division I transfers, and they actually transferred in different years too, but we've been around the game for a long time. So I think we got picked preseason 3rd this year, and a lot of the talk was about like our experience and the seniority that we have. So hopefully we capitalize off of that and have a good year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I know a lot of people are excited about basketball. The men's team are going to be good. Women's team, you guys are going to be good. So it should be some good games, some great atmospheres in Beagley.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, you guys knew. I mean, end of the year, they were packing Beagley Center.
Oh, yeah. The men sold out, like, so many games. And for us, even, I mean, so we finished 3rd last year. The men obviously finished 1st regular season. And I think people don't realize, I think at one point, us and the men's team were, like, the only school in the country to have their men and women's basketball team 1st in the regular season.
Oh,
so that was like a huge deal and a really fun time where like we were both doing super well, and we both ended up doing super well, but to be like top 3 in the league is hard enough because we're both in a really good league, but at the same time, like, we love to see them succeed too.
Exactly.
So it's fun to be doing it at the same time.
Yeah, because I went to Indianapolis for the men's game.
Yeah. So
and I saw a lot of the women's players there cheering them on, which I thought was great because you guys support each other.
Yeah.
They were at your games, you're at their games. You guys see each other a lot, I assume, right?
Oh, yeah. Our locker rooms are in the same hallway. We share the same athletic trainer right now. It's like they practice, say, like 7:30 to 10:30. We practice 10:30 to 2:30. So, like, right after each other in the gym. We live in the same apartment buildings, like, next to each other, basically, in the room. So, we're together a lot, and we have, like, a lot of close friendships, and some of my teammates are actually dating some of them. So it's, like, all intertwined.
A bunch of hoopers, you're gonna get some relationships going on there. I get it. But what do you think about the atmosphere in Beagley Center this past year? I mean, I'm sure you thought it was great because you were in the stands, but you guys were also playing. And is it great to see Youngstown finally coming around the basketball team, coming to games, getting it? I mean, to me, that was like the loudest arena I've ever been in when I was in it.
Yeah. No, it was so fun, and I think coming from, so my sophomore year was the COVID year where there could be no fans. Okay. So there was not one person in the gym besides the 2 teams, the coaches. That was a miserable time to play basketball. Yeah, it was so weird. So coming from that into, like, my next year of us winning the Horizon League Championship and probably having, like, the most fans we've ever had, and then it just building on that each year, it's been so fun. And like I said, I love to see it for the men, and I love to see it for us because I think a lot of people say like they hate to play at Youngstown, and I think it used to be mostly just because of the team they're playing against, but now it's like our fans are really a six-man for us. So
I mean,
it's
they've
cool.
been great. I mean, they were loud. I mean, come back out again because you guys are going to be good.
Yeah.
You're going to be really good.
Exactly.
So some more games back in Deagley Center.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go back. Okay. So you were the same year when I started, 2019, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So we actually had a class together. You probably don't remember that. It was
I
a math class,
anything.
spring. It was before COVID.
Was it applied
math?
Math for management?
Yes,
okay, yeah.
I was in that class.
Yeah, I remember.
I know you were in that class. That's all I remember from that class.
Yeah.
Because when that class went online, it saved me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it saved me.
I actually really liked that class.
I did not like that class. I was not doing well in class. But online, I don't know what it is. Some classes save you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't for you. You said you liked that class. You
Yeah, I like
right.
school a lot. So.
Do you?
Yeah.
You have good grades? I mean, let's talk about your grades real quick. Or let's talk about your schooling. Because you're going on your third degree right now.
Yeah, yep.
Talk about that. You've already got one.
Yeah.
You got your master's this past spring, right?
Yeah, my MBA.
Okay,
yeah.
and now you're going for another master's.
Yeah.
So you just pride yourself in, I guess,
well,
being
like,
smart.
Growing up, my parents told us if you get a B in a class, you have to quit the sport you're playing. So if I wanted to keep playing basketball, I had to get straight A's.
Oh, wow.
So in high school, middle school, high school, it started way back. Like, I would get scared bringing home a B in, like, 3rd grade. So, and my parents are the best. Like, I love them. But it definitely taught me, like, discipline from literally an extremely young age.
Uh-huh.
And me and my brothers always took school super seriously. Like, my older brother got, like, full academic to Alabama. And then my younger brother's actually starting anesthesiology assistant school in January. So they're way smarter than me, even. But, so I graduated with my undergrad in marketing and sales in 3 years, and then I got my master's of business all online. Graduated with that last spring, and now I'm starting my professional communications degree, and I'll graduate this spring again.
Wow. I mean, that's like, what, 3 degrees in 5 years?
I'm trying to take advantage of the free school.
I mean, I'll tell you what, most people get 1 degree in 5 years. If you're doing 3 in 5 years, that's pretty great.
Thank you.
Talking about your family, your brother, did he just win Homecoming King at YSU?
Yeah, he did.
I saw that. I was like, that is crazy. How excited are you for him?
Yeah, so he's literally my best friend. He ran track and cross country at Youngstown up until last spring semester because going into med school, he literally has this last semester. He graduates this December, and then he'll head off to Neomed in Alliance, Ohio. But he pretty much came to Youngstown so we could be close.
Yeah.
So we're only like 16 months apart. He's like my best friend. And my older brother, he's a little further. He works for Coke in Atlanta, Georgia now. But he's like the best role model. So I'm like the biggest fans of my brothers. They're like my best friends.
That's really great to hear. Because
yeah.
I have a brother and a sister. Mm-hmm. Same kind of scenario. Mm-hmm. Sister, 2 brothers. I'm sure you wish you probably maybe had a sister.
Honestly,
but
I don't.
you got a bunch of sisters on your basketball team. So,
yeah.
Right?
I'm around girls all the time, so I like going home and being like the girl at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like being the princess, huh?
Yes, for sure.
So you're from Beaver Falls, about an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure your parents make the trip every time you play.
Oh, yeah. So actually my family moved to Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, but it's literally the same distance as before, just the opposite way. Mm-hmm. But my parents, I think, have missed a total of 3 games since I've been in college. So even like the ones where, like last year, my mom drove 13 hours to come watch us in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Which,
She's
if
going
you've
to away
ever,
games?
if you've ever been to Green Bay's campus, it's horrible. Like that's like my least favorite trip.
Really?
So for her to drive there like by herself, like my family's super important to me. So that's like the best thing, seeing your mom at your games.
Shout out, Mom.
Trisha.
Shout out Trisha.
Yeah.
Miss Trisha. She appreciates you. I'm sure a bunch of fans appreciate you on the women's basketball team, or students I should say, on the women's basketball team, making that trip. You guys fly to Green Bay? You bus ride?
Yeah. We take a bus everywhere except the Wisconsin trip, which is Green Bay and Milwaukee. Like we normally play them 2 days apart.
Yeah.
And then that's our one like flying trip. But this year we're going to Vegas actually, so we'll fly to Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
A little like a Vegas like round
it's
robin
like a
type
tournament.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we'll play. Actually, we leave like November 22nd, and we'll play the Friday and Saturday right after Thanksgiving. So we'll be gone for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Is your mom coming to that?
Sadly, no, actually.
No? She's not making a trip
I
to
know.
Vegas?
They didn't know we were going to Vegas. And they, like, surprised us with it this summer. Our coaches did. And my parents had already planned for my older brother to come up because my mom normally has the whole team over for Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
So it was going to be, like, the whole team and then my older brother and his fiance, but they can't come.
That's unfortunate.
I know,
but I'm sure, I don't know how many fans are making the trip out to Vegas.
A lot of our parents are super supportive, so I think we'll have a good little fan base there.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
You guys start, when's your first game?
This coming Wednesday, the 8th.
This coming Wednesday.
Yeah.
You got 3 home games in a row, right?
Yeah, so we have Xavier at home, and then Slippery Rock the following Saturday. Yeah. Then we go to Vegas. Or no, we have Western Michigan at home. Then we go to Vegas. Then we have Detroit Mercy at home. So we're home all of November besides Vegas.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So November basketball's here. Yeah. Make it out to Beakley. Watch the women play because conference play starts with Detroit. Mm-hmm. So that's when it season starts, but conference play is really important.
Really serious.
You guys get ready like an extra step. Like you get hyped up an extra level when you're playing conference play.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think it's just obviously like when you've been in the league for 5 years or even 2 years, you just get to know the personnel so much better within the league, and it's just a little more personal, like playing each other, and the coaches know you, and they're like saying stuff, and the players on the bench are saying stuff. So it's never like malicious or anything, but it's just a lot more fun and high stakes. And
I'm sure you get familiar with who you're playing with.
Yeah, and honestly, I've made some friends within the league too, which is cool. But I've also made it known who, like, I know now who is not, like, a nice person and who I don't really like playing against, but I also have met, like, a lot of really good people, so.
You got a couple of villains out there?
Yeah, I can't, honestly, a lot of them have left the league, I think, like, people we've played against that were just kind of like, wow, like, that's just, like, a malicious, like, they have a lot of anger in them, because I'm not a crap talker, I don't talk crap before the game, after the game, during. Like, someone makes a shot on me, I'm like, good shot, because I feel like sometimes it gets in their head more when you're, like, really nice, and I try to be really nice when I'm guarding them. Yeah, kindness, right? And then they're like, wait, did she just say, like, good shot? Even if they miss, I'm like, you know what, and then they're like, did she just, like, talk to me?
But she's like, she's kind of talking trash right now.
Like, they get confused, so, and my team is pretty good, like, we don't really. There's, like, a big emphasis on sportsmanship, like, in our league. It's, like, a whole new initiative and stuff. So my team is pretty good about that. Like, we just play and let, like, the playing speak for itself.
Yeah, just let your talents speak for themselves. That's a great thing to do because if you're talking too much and you start playing
that's, like, my least favorite kind of players. Yeah.
You're just like, hey, stop talking.
Yeah.
Just make a couple shots and then you could talk.
Yeah.
I mean, we were throwing hamburgers last year, but,
yeah.
I don't know if you were throwing any burgers.
No. Wouldn't be me. I left before. Actually, I don't know if we were there. I think
you just had a game, right?
Yeah, because I don't know if we were there or not, but I remember hearing about it.
Because you guys played right before they played.
Yeah.
That playoff game.
Yeah.
We started. I don't want to say we started throwing burgers, but somebody started throwing hamburgers.
Yeah.
They should not give away any
food.
Any food.
Just keep it to the t-shirts.
It's gonna end up on the floor.
Yeah.
Keep it to the t-shirts.
Yeah,
that was kind of nuts. That was crazy. But what was I gonna talk about next? 5. Okay. Oh, 10? Okay. Thank you. Oh, NIL. It's changed basketball or changed sports in college. I'm sure. Is it something that something else that you're just navigating? Like you got NIL, school, and sports, or?
Yeah, I mean when NIL was first introduced to us, I knew I wanted to take as much advantage of it as I could because you only get to be like this college basketball player for so long.
Yeah.
So me and my teammates are really good about it too. So there's honestly pretty much everyone on my team almost has had or has like a current NIL deal.
That's really great.
And Youngstown, especially compared to other mid-majors and schools in our league, is like one of the best at promoting us for NIL and trying to get us NIL deals. So as soon as it came out, like me and especially my teammate Paige were on it. Like we were like, what can we do with this? Because we wanted to make money, and like we knew we could. And
I want to make money. I'm sure everyone wants to make
just
some
for
cash.
your name and your face. So so one of my first ones was with a local restaurant called Sam's Wedge Inn, and we got to meet the owner of the restaurant, who's like the best guy ever. And we did like a little burger battle and stuff, like me and Paige, and the winner like got to donate the earnings from that burger like to a charity and different things like that. So I think that's what's cool about NIL, because you think, okay, these people are getting paid, but at the same time, there's a lot of good that's done because of it. Cause
you get to meet a lot of good people. I assume. Meet people in Youngstown that you probably wouldn't have met.
Yeah, and I realized like they're really good to our program, and I love that, especially because it's a women's program.
Yeah.
So I love when I meet people that are like, I love the women's basketball team because like they're really trying, really trying to support something that not everyone is always about.
Yeah.
In women's sports, so yeah, I love
that's
it.
why I created Gritusports. Just get the name out. I mean, we have great athletes at Youngstown State. Yeah. And we are really good. The tennis team's good. They're always winning the championship, I assume.
Yeah.
Or it seems track's always winning something. Cross country. They just won the championships again.
Championship, yeah.
Basketball's on the rise. Football back on the rise. I mean, we got great sports here. So it's time to start paying attention to the Youngstown State sports and athletes because they're great. Get into the one NAL that's pretty big is the WWE. Mm-hmm. You went out to, did you go?
I went to Phoenix.
It Phoenix? Okay, I was going to say California, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so I got to go to Phoenix in August, and I got to go to Exos, which is like performance training center, and the head strength and conditioning coach for the WWE was there, putting up me and 6 other athletes through workouts. So it was really cool because we got to see what like a normal day-to-day week in the life of a WWE athlete would be like outside of the ring. So while I have my college eligibility, I can't do any actual wrestling. A lot of people ask me that. They're like,
do you wrestle people?
No.
You don't wrestle your teammates?
Like, no. I'm not like a physical person.
You wrestle your brother?
Yeah, growing up, but I was like picked on by my older brother than I would pick on my younger brother, sadly.
Okay.
So, but
that's kind of just the totem pole, just how it goes.
Yeah. Now they're both way bigger than me, so I can't. But
I mean, you're gonna learn some wrestling, so you may be be able to fend for yourself. Yeah. All right, we got a picture here of you actually taking part in something. Well, this is the one.
Photo shoot, yeah.
This is the photo shoot. Okay, so this is the one. That's you.
Yeah.
The photo shoot. I guess that was pretty cool. Putting on the WWE gear there.
Yeah.
So what was the photo shoot cool?
Yeah. So I think that was like a long time ago. I think that was last November, beginning of December.
Okay.
I got to go to Pittsburgh, the PPG Paints Arena. Uh-huh. They had a WWE event going on.
Okay.
So I got to do a photo shoot before the event and then be like backstage with the talent, like the people wrestling before their event, and then me and my mom got like front row seats to watch it, which I had never watched it before. But my mom is a really big fan.
I was about to say,
it's cool for me because it's like a full circle.
Really?
Because she like loved it, I guess, when she was younger. So taking her to something like that was cool because she was lit. Like she was so excited.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, my mom is like 4'11" and like this tiny little woman, and she loved being at the WWE thing. So that was like my favorite part.
I was gonna say, like, how did your parents think about you being out there wrestling?
Oh, my dad, whenever he first heard that I got the deal, was like, "You have to wrestle." Like, he was lit. So that's how I'm gonna try because my parents are really excited. So I'll do it for them. But
I don't think we have a wrestling team at YSU.
No, I don't think so.
But you could potentially join it if we had one.
Yeah.
Here's another. This is you training.
Yeah, that was at Exos in Phoenix.
So what do you guys? I don't know. You probably don't know what you're doing in this picture.
Oh, that was so. For most of the workout, we were on this turf field that they had outside of the training center, doing a lot of like quick, explosive movements because the ring is only so big. So they were explaining to us that a lot of it is like how quick your first step is or how good your balance is honestly how good like your neck strength is. It's like little things because you don't realize how many people get whiplash like being thrown around like that or hitting into the side. So I think there we were doing like we had bands on our legs and we were doing like side shuffles and stuff like that, which was good for me because in basketball that's like right up my wheelhouse. That's like we do that every day. So shout out to our strength coach at Youngstown. Her name's Claire and she's the best, and I felt like so prepared when I was there because it was a lot of stuff I already do. So I felt like very comfortable.
You felt like you were in your element then.
Yeah.
So this is this the whole group?
So that's just like a few from each class. So there's 3 classes. I think there's only like 40 people maybe total in the whole U.S. that were like chosen for this NIL program.
Okay.
And that's 2 of those girls I came on with. So like we were the same class, like class 3. And then there's like an Ohio State thrower. He's like nationally ranked. Track and field indoor champion is the girl on the left.
I mean, everyone just looks like an athlete.
Yeah, and like the girl on the right, she's like one of the best people I've met, but she's like a pretty famous like Instagram influencer.
Okay.
Like so, a lot of these people are very I think it's the one up there. He's like the only HBCU athlete they have. So just like really cool people that I met. And the girl to the right of me is actually also from Pittsburgh, but she plays tennis at a Division III. So, yeah, it was really cool.
A bunch of athletes. I can understand why all these people got picked for WWE.
Yeah. I mean, the three guys are probably all, like, over 6'3" at least.
That's crazy.
Big guys, like, yeah, so.
You got all these people, too. I mean, everyone loves it. I'm sure you love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
But this has been great. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
on. Thanks for talking. Oh, I have one more question.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you like about Youngstown? If you're not going to practice or watching film, or if you're not playing a game, what are you doing in Youngstown?
It's cheesy, but I just love my teammates. They're a lot of fun. So I honestly, genuinely hang out with them all the time, even off the court. We do a lot of brunch downtown Youngstown.
What's your favorite place to go?
The Bistro.
Oh, that's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
We
you
go
ever been
there.
to the Mocha House?
Yeah, I actually went there yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love the people in there.
I was just there for the first time on Monday.
Really?
And that place
it's really
is,
good.
I never had it before. It's great.
Yeah. So I just like being close to home. I like that we're between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I've gone to Pittsburgh a lot, Cleveland a lot. So I like the area I'm in. I'm a big Youngstown fan. People talk crap about this place, but I love it. So.
I love the place. Penguin City. I saw you at Penguin City.
Penguin City, yeah.
The Halloween party.
Yeah.
You were what, Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, with my teammate. Yeah.
I was a tennis player, I'm not an athlete, but I try to be.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, it's fun.
Shout out DJ Puff. I went to high school with him. He's
really?
Great.
Yeah, that's
He's great.
awesome.
He had that place going.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Penguin City for that.
Yeah, shout out Penguin City.
Thank you so much again. Thanks for being on. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun.
I did.
I know I did. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching Gritusports with my interview with Mady here. Go watch some games. This team's amazing. She's amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
It's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's a it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's a it's a setup, it's a setup.